what's your big plan?
You'll love it.
I won't love it. I never love it. Never love it.
No, superhero genre is generally such a binary battle of good and evil, but you know, the boys, superheroes, supervillains, there are hardly any good characters. There's so many moral gray areas with everyone. Is that an interesting place to just really be able to depth to plumb?
In season 2 and in season 1, they do things that would be deemed, you know, wrong or morally in the gray area. And the implication being that even the best of people do those types of things. So I liked that, the darkness of my character was unprecedented territory for her, and I got to play that. But I also like the implication of it, which is that even the best of people do things that are wrong sometimes, and it doesn't, you know, defy the fact that ultimately their character at their core is good.
And even the sort of, you know, darkest, most malevolent character on The Boys, you can understand for the most part, you know, why they do what they do, really through the genius writing of Eric Kripke and his team. But you know, these characters are a lot of fun to play.
All right, what do? We can't just kill everyone.
That's exactly what we're gonna do.
Karl / Billy Butcher is a serial killer, technically. So, you know, I mean, and he is arguably the lead good guy. So, I mean, you know, there's no such thing as, I mean, there is good and evil, obviously, but, you know, the shades of gray are more interesting, and that's kind of where the show lives.
I like my dramas with comedy and my comedy with drama, and I like my bad guys with a lot of good and my good guys with a lot of bad. I think it's much more interesting to watch complicated characters than sort of somebody who lives in one world.
I love that we're both able to play these characters who are like you said, quote unquote, probably the goodest guys on the show. But then again, like episode 2, season 1, I blow up a dude via an ass bomb, which is, you know, on a lesser show, I'd be like the villain of the week on the ass bomber, whatever. But it's cool because, you know, you're not just playing this one note like I'm good and I stand for all that's good. You're multifaceted, and sometimes the characters are put in situations where they can't get out of it with maintaining 1,000% of their moral values.
When they're in actual combat, whom exactly do your heroes report to?
Same person as always. Me.
I know you create a very extensive backstory for your characters when you're embodying them. You almost see yourself as a showrunner of the show that is the Seven, I mean, you know? Like, are you looking to Kripke for that inspiration? It seems like you've got to keep the train on the tracks.
The writers give us very few clues, and if something really substantial and important, Kripke will come to me and talk about it, but I trust him implicitly because I don't know if I can get my brain to work the way his brain works, right? It's very complicated and very layered and quite, he has a clarity about where it's going. Now, I know he had material to draw from. My character wasn't in a lot of that material, so he's been able to expand from being inspired by what I do, and I'm expanding by being inspired by what he's written.